You may have heard some of us were detained by the police. Shalom, aloha, and welcome back to TheCodesearcher. I am Jonathan, and we don't have an update. I do have some cool things to share with you, and let me get to the story that's kind of going around now. You may have seen the broadcast or the interview done by Meleka Lincoln with Josiah today. I'll leave this for you to watch. I don't want to get hit with any more copyright. Just can't have it, guys. So I'll leave this so you can watch. But he goes into what happened to us yesterday. So apparently, there are some who believe they have the right to go on people's property, vandalize, pillage, things like that. And so there's a lot of that going on in some of the devastated areas. Lock gates, chains, things like that were breached by someone who took it upon themselves to take a tour with 30 people onto private property and charge money doing so. So the police were involved the night before, and the night that we went, we were legitimately there with placards. We have never done anything to break the law in covering this volcano eruption. We happened to be there with several journalists, someone from who's done work with National Geographic, respected photographers. It was a whole crew of us in 2 vehicles who encountered the Hawaii Police in the jungle, and we were detained until they figured out what was going on, because apparently, like I said the night before, someone had taken an illegal tour through private property and kind of ruined it for everyone. So those of us who have been trying to cover this and relay all the data back to you guys, that's what happened. Nothing from me today. That's why I didn't have a video put up yesterday. Incidentally, some of you thought something may have happened because the reports have been that there have been several arrests. They are cracking down. Law enforcement has arrested several. They're handing out $5,000 fines. That's why you're not seeing Kapoho Hawaii tours and the other ones who are covering very close coverage in Leilani is because they're no longer allowed to. Rumor is the officials are trying to find a more permanent or more appropriate public viewing area. This is probably going to turn into a national park. And I'm talking about Leilani Estates, guys. There's no indication that this is going to stop anytime soon. It may, but going on what happened with Pu'u'u, virtually going on for over 35 years, this is probably going to be the new sea entry. So all of Lower Puna has changed. And a lot of people have lost everything. So it's a at the same time a beautiful thing to behold, but also a devastating tragedy in many respects. Many people have lost their homes, their livelihood, everything. So with that being said, let me just show you some of the things that I do have. I do have some images to share with you. Go and watch the interview with Josiah. He kind of tells it all of what happened. We didn't get any tickets, by the way. We didn't go to jail. They did let us go, but it was, kind of a bummer. We did have a legitimate reason to be down there, going to check on Jason's property, check on the lava flow that happened in that area. Let me just show you what I'm talking about here on pictures of his property. And I have a lot of images to scroll through there, but basically it's this stall on the northern lobe that essentially just stalled out. Those of you who are following the story, remember, we happen to be believers in prayer here at TheCodesearcher, and so is my brother Jason. And so, as you can see there from this photograph, the main lava channel is right here, but there was also another channel, another lobe that come down with very hot lava. As you can see there, you probably can't, really make out, but there's a channel running through here. You can see some vent holes there, but this is flowing lava that is actually flowing down into the crack that spared the farm there, right? So for the most part, all of this is stalled out and is cooling, but we were out there to go and check on that, and if it was possible to document any kind of pictures, whatever. The lighting is doing some amazing things with the clouds, guys. My wife was able to get some really amazing pictures. Let me just show you one what I'm talking about of some chickens that were still back there. All right, there's one. That is at midnight, but as you can see, everything was lit up orange from the glow of the lava. And then there was a picture of some chickens roosting. There was looks like there is a filter on the camera, but it is not. It's actually the way it really looks. Just for a moment, I want to show you a really incredible picture that Harry Durgan took when he took a ride. This is a massive cone. This is Fissure 8, and this is what it looks like now. And this is the river that's running off to one side, but it is growing and has been growing. So let's just recap for a second. Let me show you kind of the way all this played out. This is Fissure 8, the birth of Fissure 8 here when we walked up on it. That's down where 23 and 7 was. 7's just right over there. But this is 8 right here. When it was just barely gassing. I apologize for the gimbal. We also discovered the magnetic interference with this volcano. This is Fissure 8. You can see all the gases there. Let me take you to a little more progressed. This is something Harry Durgan shot of the actual lava flowing out. So this is about a 40-something second clip of that. Really amazing to see. And then, of course, that turned into what we see now. And I believe USGS has got a really good shot of it. Let me see. And here it is. Another view of it. It gives another perspective of how this thing has grown. You see the homes and the size of the trees in comparison to what it looks like now. It is a massive mountain, and it could change. Actually, one of the areas of concern is over here, where the area called the Y, or right below or above and beyond what is called the Y. Right here. These pools, as you can see from thermal imaging, are expanding or spilling over. I should have used. Also, there's a break about midways of this this pool here. It breaks to one side. It actually breaks down toward Nanawale. That's why I think we're seeing this lobe or this slumping in this part of the pool there. If this thing changes and it doesn't come from Fissure 9 or 24, it'll come from here. I'm confident that would be the breach point. One of these pools are going to be the breach point. Whether it's something breaks loose and whatever the circumstance, just like it turned on a dime when it was flowing down to McKenzie, and now it's flowing the other way. It changed quite quickly. We were watching this thing for a couple of weeks going in the other direction, and then as soon as Fissure 8 started going off, they began to merge, and then 8 being the dominant, it just relentless volume coming out of that. We have been monitoring this general area here This is Jason's property up here, so we have access to this. This is actually his driveway right here, and so this is running right over his driveway, right over his gate, and is on the property they are on. So we've been watching the expansion to see if there's any breakouts. Like as you can see here, there looks like there was briefly on both sides some expansion, some spilling over all the way down. We've witnessed all the way down, especially down around here. You can see on the thermal imagery the spilling over. This is hotter, cooler lava on the bed that's there, but you could still see hot points in it. It is very hot. But all along there, you could have that spilling over, and then, you know, once that happens, it's, you know, it could gouge out like a ditch and begin to really go like it's doing out of the fissure 8 up the rift here. That is an amazing sight to see. Let me show you some pictures from Mauna Kea. So let's go to one of Harry Durgan's pictures from Mauna Kea the other night when we were up there. Amazing sight. Now you could see the lava reflecting off the clouds and the moisture in the air, but there is a line. We could actually at one point, I kid you not, see the fissure, the river of lava and the sea entry all at one time. When these lower clouds were not in the way, we could actually see the whole thing. It was amazing. Here is from Harry Durgan shot this the same night with us. We stopped at Mountain View. You got an amazing shot from Kapoho Street there. Time lapse, so you can actually see the fissure and the sea entry at the same time from Kapoho. And I want to put a shout out to Harry. Thank you for allowing me to share your stuff. Also to Andrew Hara, two of my new good friends. Here's a photograph from Andrew Hara, amazing photographer, local here. This is the river. Fissure 8 is right up here, but this is the rushing, I mean, amazing speed that's going on here. Sitting on a bed. As I told you, this is a bed that's probably 40 feet up, 50 feet in some places. We've even seen around 80 feet where you know, the land goes down. It's just a sight to behold, guys. It's just no way to put it into words, quite frankly. So one of Andrew's photographs here of this. Thank you, Andrew, for allowing me to share your stuff. Our mayor, currently our mayor is in bad health, guys. Be lifting him up in prayer. He's had pneumonia. He's also had a couple of heart attacks. It's been very stressful for our mayor. So those of you that are prayer warriors, and I see that you already are, keeping him in your prayers. So I got a lot of content on my page here that you guys can go and take a look at. I won't share all of it because I don't have permission from everyone. I do have permission from Andrew and from Harry to share their stuff. Amazing photographs. This is from the center pits, further down, closer to the sea entry. You see all the people getting perspective from the center pits, which is apparently off limits now. So, you know, with all the illegal stuff going on with people sneaking on the properties, you know, you really kind of ruin it for the legitimate people that are, you know, trying to keep others informed in the community. So you can see Fissure 8 in the background there. This is the river coming around Green Mountain and going out to the sea. Another shot. All Andrew Hara's work. You can find him online. Andrew Richard Hara. is an amazing photographer. Very good work. Good job, Andrew. That's a great shot there. These are really, really tall trees there. Wow. Again, Andrew Hara is a photographer. You can find his work on my page, as well as Harry Durgan's. Also, some things that Kaika has posted. I don't have permission to use his video. USGS posted this of the river. This is also Kaika's. So, there you go, guys. That's the the update I got for you. I apologize. It sounds like things have changed for us for the best. That maybe there was a misunderstanding of. We did get recognized, by the way. There was a couple of officers who did know that we were there to take pictures, and we didn't try to lie about it. You know, we were there to assess the situation, but also take advantage of the opportunity to take some photographs. So, it sounds like they may let us back in, so we'll keep you informed. But for those of you trying to get in illegally, if you're touring, you're over here, or you're from Hilo or Kona, and because the word is there's people from other parts of the island actually trying to get into a community that it's not theirs, to get it, whatever, sight of the lava. Be respectful, have some pono, and don't do that, because you're preventing the rest of us from getting the information out to those that need it. Aloha, shalom, and we'll try to see you in another video. Shalom.